Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So today, just like we did with the Vilkas, we're going to talk a little bit about the other prize event, or the prize vehicle for the winter event, and to wonder and question and try to answer if it's worth to keep this vehicle or sell this vehicle. So remember guys, the MIRAGE 2000C-S4, this vehicle is kind of, it's okay, I guess. The problem with it is that it is the same aircraft as the CS4, right? The CS5, sorry. The only thing that really differs between the two of them is the amount of countermeasures in the game. So it's kind of the same aircraft. So the idea is, it depends. Should you sell it or not? It all comes down to the personal preference, of course, but I gotta say guys, I would sell this thing. I'm keeping it, but I would sell this thing. It's an aircraft that doesn't offer anything different from the original MIRAGE CS5, and the only good part about it is that it is an event vehicle for France, which is something that normally doesn't happen, you know. Normally vehicles are for the USSR or the US on these winter, summer and crafting events, so, or even Germany, right? But France actually got one, but they chose one that it's not really different from anything else that we have in the game. So the only reason that I would stay with this aircraft, it would be maybe if you are, I don't know, wondering if it's a good option to actually keep this aircraft or to research the French tech tree. Then I would say, yeah, okay, I guess you can actually keep this thing, because then you will have kind of an idea on how the top tier of France is. But apart from that, there's no real reason. I still think that even though the MIRAGE F1 isn't the greatest thing ever, I would still try to sell this thing and buy that thing to actually have the premium bonuses, which will help you a lot more than actually flying this thing. Although you can actually get a talisman on it, and then maybe, yeah, you could actually get a lot more points. But remember, talismans don't give you the bonus like from the get-go. You need to get in the realms of the same rank as the vehicle that you are researching, right? So it will only be good in the highest ranks of the French tech tree. So even if you get a talisman on this thing, it's still better to just sell it and actually get something premium, especially if you already have any other MIRAGE 2000. You know, it really is the same aircraft. So I don't know, I don't even know exactly what were they thinking. I guess it's okay because of the French thing that I was talking about, but at the end of the day, guys, event vehicles are normally expected to be a little bit more unique, I think. That's how the community, I think, thinks, right? Or at least myself and part of the community that I'm part of. So it is kind of underwhelming when you have an aircraft such as this one, because it is pretty much the same. Even like the Jaguar E, the A7K and all sorts of other aircraft like that were more unique than this thing. And I'm not even asking about, I don't know, a MiG-25 or anything like that, right? Maybe add the MIRAGE 50 or something a little bit more unique like that. You know, a different version of the Mirages that we already have in the game for a certain country or something. I don't know, something like that. It was really, really weird to see these variants specifically on the game as an event vehicle. But I guess we are already past that point and people are already getting the vehicle. So yeah, at the end of the day, you have to choose. And I don't know, I have a mixed feeling on the price of this thing. At one point, I still think that it might get a very, very high price. Why? Because it is a very high tier aircraft, which means that a lot of people will want to have it just because they don't have any Mirages, and then it is a kind of a top dog aircraft. You know, not really a top tier, but it is up there, right? Which means that, you know, it's a good aircraft and it's very advanced. But remember, guys, this thing will probably get very, very old very quickly, especially if we continue to move forwards on the direction that we are in the game right now. So, yeah, as I was saying, I mean, I'm kind of mixed if this thing will get a high price or not. I still think that yes, especially initially, but then it will probably get a lower price because a lot of people will sell this thing because it's just a Mirage 2000C, right? So it's complicated, but if you have the time, take this thing and wait for it. Maybe in the far future it will maybe get a heavy price on it, but I wouldn't count on anything too high. You know, not like 80, 70, $60. It will probably be like 20, 30 for a very long time, I think. Eventually, yes, aircraft get a lower price anyway, but at first, at least, I don't think this thing will have a very high price. I still think that the Vilkas, for example, will have a higher price than this thing, but I might be wrong there as well because it's a very different vehicle as well on the regards of how to play. It's kind of funny that it needs to be in a very sweet spot to actually be worth a lot, because it needs to be like an IS-7, then it is worth a lot. It's a very difficult aircraft. It was a very difficult aircraft to get at one point, and it is pretty OP, right? Or maybe not OP, I don't know how it is right now. I'm not gonna comment too much on that, but you know, it is an amazing tank. So these two event vehicles, they don't feed on that, so they might have a lower price just because of that, even if they are going to be vehicles that collectors like to have, both of them. But yeah, guys, if I was you, I would sell this thing. Not really worth to keep it, unless you really want a Mirage 2000C to actually, I don't know, maybe have an idea, as I was saying, on how the French Tech Tree kind of tops it up. But remember, the Rafale is probably coming up this year, I would say, something like that. I don't know, don't have any confirmations, but it would make sense that they are going to push for those types of vehicles eventually. I don't know about the Rafale specifically, but we will see better vehicles than the Mirage 2000 in the French Tech Tree. So this will probably be quickly overpassed by the top dogs that get introduced during the year, I would say. But yeah, guys, basically this is it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Mirage 2000C-S4. Will you keep it or sell it if you are getting it? Make sure to subscribe. I see you guys on the next one. And yeah, guys, bye. See ya.